Hello, my darlings. I uh, I was just looking at this story in the Mirror, and it says here it's an exclusive that Prince William and Kate are terrified Harry and Meghan will be seen as public face of the royal family. And the subtitle is After the Duke and Duchess of Sussex's recent trip to Nigeria, there's thought to be unease in the royal family, with Prince William and Princess Kate unhappy that the couple could be seen as the public face of the royal family. I thought, wow, I did that video a few days ago. This was 6 days ago they wrote this. It's about that time that I wrote that Harry and Meghan indeed are the face of the royal family. And if I remember, I will link that video at the end of this one. But it's very, very interesting. Not only that, but I saw another article yesterday, I believe, where I think the same paper claims that royal expert Tom Quinn is saying that William feels overshadowed by Harry, and William feels like he's the spare and that Harry is the heir. You know how when Harry was born, King Charles famously said, according to legend anyway, so allegedly he said that to Princess Diana the morning of Harry's birth, "Oh great, I've got an heir and now you've given me a spare, so my work is done." So apparently Charles was the one who nicknamed Harry the spare in a very sort of cruel jest, since Harry was an infant. And Tom Quinn, one of the Carnival of Royal experts, apparently said that William now feels like he's the heir and he's being overshadowed by Harry and Meghan, especially because of Kate's continued absence from the public sphere and her battle with cancer. She's said to be stricken with cancer, as we all know. And it says, that the Nigeria trip was really just catalytic. I really think it was Whistler, Canada back in February. I mean, when I saw Harry and Meghan in Whistler, Canada back in February on the slopes for the 1 year before Invictus, I used the word catalytic in the video that I made that day. It's like, this is catalytic. This is a shift. I felt the shift. And this, I think, was before it was announced that Kate had cancer. I mean, she may or may not have been in the hospital at the time. I don't even remember. But no one knew anything about the cancer. But I felt a certain shift. It was a very powerful shift in Harry and Meghan's sort of status, if you will, and it was palpable. And I remember back in February making a video to that effect. In fact, it was seeing them in Whistler, Canada that got me back into the daily coverage of Harry and Meghan and the royal family, because before that I had sort of shifted away from it to cover more Paris and things like that. But Harry, Meghan, and Whistler, Canada was definitely catalytic for many, many things. So I'm not surprised, but people see it as the Nigeria trip that shifted things. No, that shift was happening even before Nigeria, but people were not really paying attention. And of course, with Kate being out of commission like that, it's like you have a horse race, and the horse that was expected to win, the favored horse, collapses, literally just collapses, and it's just out of the race. And the horse that was, nobody cared about, nobody expected anything from, is now galloping down the raceway unmatched. right? And so the question is, how does this all end? We don't know yet. The race is still in progress. It says here, speaking exclusively to the Mirror, royal expert and author Tom Quinn said, quote, "The senior royals, especially William and Kate, are terrified of one thing above all others, that Harry and Meghan will continue to organize trips across the world until they are seen as the public face of the royal family." He added, "The fear is made worse because William knows that with his wife stricken with cancer, he cannot compete and he can't stop the Meghan and Harry roller coaster." So, yeah. And it says here, the comments come after Harry and Meghan successfully completed a trip to Nigeria earlier this month, which some have likened to a royal tour. So, the Nigeria trip really just has everybody in a tizzy. But I think if they were paying attention, this shift was in progress well before the Nigeria trip. And unless Kate and William get their act together pretty quickly, and I do mean like yesterday, they could really lose this race. They could lose this race because in a real sense, it is a race, and it always has been a race, and they were pitted against each other from the very start. And William and Kate were leading by a lot. They got all the good press, and everybody was really rooting for them, and very few people, I mean, the Sussex squad, okay, but how many people are in the Sussex squad really, fighting online for a little, space to express their opinion? I mean, compared to the Rangers, I mean, it's a small group of people. And even with that small group, Meghan and Harry were able, even with that small group, Meghan and Harry were able to pull off what they seem to be pulling off here is a total upset. This is a total upset of this race. And, again, if William can't get his show together, get his wife together, get himself together, this apple cart is just, all the apples have spilled here. Like, I mean, you can't get those apples back into the cart. I mean, they need to get on their knees and start putting those apples back into the cart. It says here, the trip is thought to have angered the royal family, and in particular Prince William. Quinn explained William is absolutely furious and determined to find a way to stop this from happening. Well, he better move quickly and smartly here. Charles is said to be angrier than anyone has ever seen him. What's really upset the apple cart is the fact that the Nigerians treated Harry and Meghan as if they too thought this was an official tour. All the signs were there as the couple were greeted with dances, receptions, visits to schools and charities. And I believe they even had the British anthem. God Save the King. That must have been the final insult. Can you believe that? They played God Save the Gracious King. Long live our noble King. God save the King. Send him victorious. Well, I shouldn't because people get upset, but they sang this for Meghan and Harry, and they stood at attention. This is outrageous. It's outrageous. I mean, if you're Charles, you're saying, this is what you're saying. This is outrageous. Listen, I have to go. Decide for this one. If William wants to compete with Harry, he's going to have to up his game because Harry is running away with us. Harry's running away with us. And, it's catalytic because remember that time they were racing Harry, William, and Kate? They were at some game or something. It was just a little game. But Harry just ran away with it. and William couldn't keep up. This was a sign. It was an omen. It was an omen. Well, people don't pay attention to these things. Many things in our lives tell us what's going to happen in the future. Anyway, that's it for this one. See you in the next one. Take care. Bye.